A very good afternoon from the Tamandaya Hockey Stadium in Johor, Bahru. It's getting a little bit grey overhead. I'm sure the floodlights will be on shortly as we head into Game 2 on Day 2. Match 5 overall in the tournament as we see India taking on the Republic of South Africa. Both of these teams having not played an international match until yesterday since the Junior World Cup, which was held at the end of 2021. Both of them having a good day yesterday. Well, South Africa, they didn't get a victory, but obviously it was a good workout for them, and they are here for the experience and to find out exactly where they are. They're not able to get together in a camp, whereas, of course, India, all the players stay at the Sports Authority of India in Bangalore and train together most of the time. So two very different prospects for both teams, and certainly India looked the best team, I'd have to say, on day one. They look slick, they look fit, they look fast, and they managed to put away their chances. Well, turning our attention to the team lineups, and I can tell you that number 20, Ankit Malik, will start in goal for India. And they just look really lively. Bobby up front wearing the number 5. Amandeep Lakra in defence looked really solid. And Amandeep, his namesake, wearing the number 10 shirt moving forward, always looked good. I mentioned Bobby. I meant the Bobby number 11, actually. There is obviously Chandra Bobby Puvana is the number 5. And, of course, their captain, Uttam Singh, yet to get amongst the goals, but, again, always very dangerous when going forward. Turning our attention to South Africa. And again, they had some really positive moments in the game yesterday. Talking to their coaching staff, they were saying, yes, they turned over possession a little bit more than they would have liked. But I thought that Nathan Ansell showed a lot of promise. So too, Cameron LaForester. Ross Breitenbach showed that he is really someone that's going to try and compete at all times. Also thought that Diakala had a really good game in goal. Yes, he might have been at fault, possibly with a couple of the goals if you're going to be really crucial, but he also saved plenty of goals for them. It's just those connections that they need to improve on today, and they're really going to have to work hard against a very fast Indian side. India, coached by C.R. Kumar, who was, of course, the assistant to Bhaskaran at the 1998 World Cup in Utrecht. He also took over as coach at the 2002 World Cup when Cedric D'Souza was sacked during the tournament, which was one of the strangest decisions I think many people in world hockey have ever come across. But that's what happened, and you can't change history. South Africa, well, they're coached by Guy Elliott. He is the technical director of the South African Schools Hockey, and also is the Northern Blues head coach in Northern Gauteng around Johannesburg. And he's doing it for pretty much absolutely no payment. He loves the sport, and he wants to see South Africa climb the ladder and get back up where it deserves to be. Currently, they are probably the best team in Africa. Egypt might feel differently, but certainly they just need some funds to give them the chance to play in more tournaments like this and not have to fundraise themselves, and also to be able to have a camp themselves in their home state so that the players can get together and actually train together. Well, I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you in this game. And it should be, well, you would think it should be a fairly easy day at the office for India. But anyone that follows sport will know that South Africans are proud to their core, and they will never give up. And they will really look to do their country proud. But they are going to have to really struggle, I think, today, because India are a very well-drilled side, and they look confident and they look fit. And I can tell you that the temperature is still, well, the temperature itself has dropped. The humidity is still fairly high. I don't think it's as high as the 70% it was during the last game, but we're probably still in the 60s. So that will again be a test for the South Africans, playing just in that humidity and having to cope with it, especially if India make them work really, really hard. I'd like to just acknowledge our sponsors who've made this live stream possible. And that is Project Innovations Private Limited, an independent consultancy company providing project management services covering all stages of a construction project from its inception through to construction and completion. And then we have Ong and Ong. Their home is in Asia with over 600 staff in 7 countries: Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Mongolia, Myanmar, Vietnam and Thailand. And they have an intimate knowledge of modern living. And then we have Grandwork Interior. They are trusted by many well-known and established retail and commercial brands globally, with clients from more than 44 cities and in 20 major countries. And let's not forget our good friends at Griffin, who've been in the game since 1983. If you want to make an impact in your hockey, make sure you go to the Griffin website at griffinhockey.com. And of course, some of these players for India have played in what was known as the FHE Cup. It's going to be known as the Griffin Cup in 2022, organised by Griffin and Hockey Western Australia in Perth. It is an under-16s and under-14s tournament, and they're looking to try and make that the top tournament in the region to match this one, which is, of course, the top competition in Asia for under-21s. Well, the umpires down below are waiting for the players, and then they will lead them out. We have Ahmed Berhamuddin from Malaysia and Jaden Pearson, the man from Tasmania, who used to have a real wild beard, and I was asking him this morning whether he trimmed it specially for his international debut here. He said he didn't. He trimmed it earlier than that, but great to see him being given the opportunity. And umpire Ahmad Berhamuddin hails from Kuantan, which is, of course, very near the border with Thailand. So the umpires given the nod to lead the players forth onto the pitch. And always sporting smiles and handshakes from the players. A fist pump there from 2 of the players. Obviously now handshakes have... well, they went out of vogue for a while during the COVID pandemic, but I think slowly they're coming back. And we will just see that gradually come back as the world gets back to normal. Well, certainly it's getting very dark here, and we do hope the floodlights come on shortly. But the players will line up across the centre of the pitch, and then we will have the formal proceedings of the national anthems. And first will be the national anthem of India, Jana Gana Mana. And now we will have the national anthem of South Africa and Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika. Well, two very emotive national anthems, and I must admit, having been fortunate to commentate in India, if you're at a packed stadium when they play that, it is something really special. And of course, Nkosi Sikelel' Africa with the Zulu, Afrikaans and English. Again, a unified national anthem, and of course all these players having never grown up during the apartheid era, which is fantastic for the country. They are the future of South Africa. And they are the future of South African hockey if they can merge together and really work as a unit. Certainly they're committed. There's no doubt about that. But this will be a really tough test for them today. And as long as they keep learning in this tournament, well, that's the only way they're going to improve. They did really well in the second half against Great Britain, did not concede any goals, but talking to the coaching staff again, they were saying there were a few mistakes that they would love to iron out, and today will be just the test if they can reduce those errors, especially the turnovers in possession. So, the men's senior team, Amastoka is their nickname. The Australian under-21s are known as the Boroughs. The senior team is the Kookaburras. Just wonder whether someone can come up with a nickname for the South African under-21s team. India looking like they're ready to do business. Really want to win their third Sultan of Johor Cup in 2022. So they will be on par with Great Britain, the team that beat them in the last two finals before the COVID pandemic. So we're just waiting for the whistle. Seem to be waiting every game for the whistle to get things underway. The players are ready. The umpires are ready. Just the official timekeeper. And looking across to the sideline. I think wondering what the delay may be. And the Indian players just jogging on the spot, trying to stay loose. And Bobby will get us underway. Goes back to Rajinder. And India throw it high and long. Watched all the way. Brought down well inside the circle by Calvin Davis. That will give him confidence early on. That was Carter. Carter dispossessed though. Great tackle coming in that time from Amandeep. Uttam now their captain. Good tackle as well from South Africa to win it back. That was good play, in fact, coming from Breitenbach. And a nice turn as well from Hans Neertling. Breitenbach, as I said, really competitive player. Really impressed me in that first game. Comes from Krugersdorp initially in the Gauteng region. Carter, who was playing more in a midfield role, seems to have dropped back into the defensive line today. Sure, that is a tactical player, a tactical move rather. He is a player with huge raps in South Africa. Again, his success to get onto the path to the under-21s, Homevale Hockey Club, helping support him financially. Something he says he's eternally grateful for. Lovely turn on the far side from Bobby, but South Africa defending well. That was really well stepped out by Neertling. And a free hit to South Africa. I know it's a cliche that you've just got to play every minute in games like this and just try and get through 5 minutes without conceding. Then a quarter. And then the same in the second quarter. Cutting infield again there was Breitenbach. And it will be his free hit. Taken almost from the wrong place by Josh Davies. So in the end he leaves it to Carter. To Davies. And Davies just played it straight into the stick of Bobby Singh. And now it's broken kindly for Rajinder Singh. Out wide it goes. Bobby Singh will collect that. Looks to now take on Calvin Davies. In the end, has to go back. Through the legs. Wonderful pass. And Sharda now had Amandeep Lakra wide. Decided to go back into the defensive line. Rohit will receive it again. He has Sharda to his right. Decides to throw it into the air. Amandeep Lakra brings it down and fires it into the circle, but too narrow. A willing run inside the circle from India, but not able to get on the end of it was Bobby Singh. Khadar again. Just ricocheted that time off the stick of Nietling. Falls kindly for Amandeep Lakra. Amandeep plays it back into the defensive line, thrown out wide onto the left-hand side now. And the free hit will go India's way. Hundal leaves it instead for Rajinder, who also leaves it. It's played forward in the end by Amir Ali. Rajinder. Rohit now. Pushed wide right into the corner, trying to slide the pass into the circle. Penalty corner given against South Africa, and there were querying looks. And the challenge apparently from Khadar not acceptable according to the umpire. That's why the penalty corner awarded. So India with their first penalty corner. They had a 50% conversion rate in their game last night against Malaysia. They scored 2 from 4. Vishnukant makes his way down to the baseline to inject for India. Amandeep, one of those doing the stopping. Sharda is at the second battery. Amandeep Lakra at the first. Goes to Sharda, and it's gone wide of the target. In fact, it took a deflection off the first runner. It's a good defence by South Africa. So a long corner to India. Amandeep plays it back. Rohit will end up with it eventually. Comes wide to Rajinder. Rajinder again, a good pass to the baseline. Good work by Bobby inside the circle, working his way. But then he was just shielding the ball and not allowing the defender the opportunity to be able to make a tackle. And that's why we've seen a free hit awarded to South Africa. So they can breathe easy for a few moments, but they're going to have to be switched on again. Josh Davies goes back into the defensive line. Played forward this time by Calvin Davis. Will be collected by Sharda. India carry it out. That was a really good tackle coming in that time by Mutalane. Short pass, push forward, and Simons couldn't get the ball across the circle. India, confident as ever, just flick it out, and it will go out over the sideline. So it'll be South Africa ball. Get the chance to launch another attack. Josh Davies just being told to take it inside the 23. Comes back now to Neil Rath. Into the circle, that's gone into the body. It'll be a penalty corner, South Africa. Well, they've won their first penalty corner. They didn't manage to convert any. They had 0 from 3 in their game against Great Britain. Is this their chance to break that duck? Done well to win the penalty corner. It would mean so much if they could convert it. Mutalane makes his way to the baseline. Neil Rath waits at the first battery. Calvin Davis at the second. And just looking for the clock for the penalty corner to count down. Will it be Rath or will it be Davis? They go to Davis. Davis flicks, goes straight into the first runner. It's going to be a long corner. Went off his hand, and he's wringing his hand in pain. In fact, it's going to be a 16, I think, because deemed to have caught Rohit a little bit high. His hand must have been obviously above his knee. I think it was probably between knee and hip. Again, good communication from the umpires. Lovely turn from Sharda. Just drops the ball back. South Africa again working hard in the forward line, putting pressure on. Comes wide to Amandeep Lakra, mistrap from him. South Africa looked to play on, almost given away there, but the ball will break kindly for Josh Davies. Davies driving through the middle, and off the pads it goes to the keeper, long corner. So every moment like this we'll just see South Africa's confidence raise. Played out wide this time by Damien Knott. Comes back again to Neil Rath, who mistraps. He's going to have to struggle to keep that one in play. He's going to be put under pressure. Throws it to the air again. Should be India ball, but not trapped. And the ball breaks kindly for South Africa. Angled shot. It's gone in! Simons has the opener for South Africa. It was a great ball played in initially by Le Forester, but Simons opens the scoring for South Africa, and they take the lead against India. Well, Rath just threw that one forward. Cameron Le Forester did really well after the Indian defender missed it. And then in it went, and Marvin Simons, right on the spot, fires that one home. So South Africa have the lead in the 7th minute of this match. Well, that is a feather in their cap. Still, obviously, a long, long way to go in this game. But that will do them the world of good in their confidence and their development as a side as well. So, South Africa have done well. And Le Forester again has shown that he is a forward that can make things happen. And South Africa seem to produce exciting forwards. Another under-21 player who's not here, Kasim, who's going to be playing at the Sultan Aslan Shah Cup, which will be the week after this. He's one of those exciting players. Again, just because he's under-21, the workload and his time available to play for both teams, but he has apparently said he is available for the World Cup, but playing for the national team next week will be huge for him. Great opportunity. South Africa coming back, but then there was an obstruction there, just stopping in the way of the attacker coming forward. Sharda had to stretch, slips, and the ball goes out of play. Well, we've seen what might be classed as an upset today as Japan beat Great Britain by 2-1. John Bleeby saying that they always seem to have trouble against Japan because they're such a disciplined side. Hans Neertling looks to go on. Fed forward again. It was a really brisk pass to Kaylin Hani, who couldn't get it under control. But South Africa, still, as I say, a very long way to go. But at the moment, they have the lead. Their lead, or actually take the lead, rather. I'm getting ahead of myself. Once again, I'd like to thank Griffin in the game since 1983 for their support of this live stream. And also Project Innovations Private Limited. So this time, injecting will be Puvana. Rohit is at the second battery, shifts again to the first, and they're going to try something similar. Rohit slips it again to Sharda. Same result. Sharda gives India the lead, 2-1. Slightly different execution, same result though. And really well done by India. And again, South Africa, the minute they shifted, should have known that something similar was going to happen again. But Sharda not closed down and able to put the ball past Dayakala. Just wondering if that was a card. There was just a signal for 5. I'm not sure what that was from one of the umpires. We'll just try and work that out in a sec. Lovely run by South Africa into the circle, and a penalty corner awarded now. They're claiming it should have been a stroke. The scoreboard, I'm afraid, is not correct. It is actually 2-1 to India, and they've actually taken it down to 0-1. But we will correct that. South Africa with a penalty corner. I'm sure that will be corrected shortly. So South Africa now with a chance to get back on level terms themselves. I think their captain felt that he should have had a stroke with the challenge that came in. Ngubane has made his way down to the baseline, and waiting to flick is Nietling at the first battery, Rath at the second. They go to Rath, it's left behind him. He's done well to actually keep it alive for South Africa in the circle. India defend well, bobbles up and it's going to come through, lifted in the air. Good save in the end coming in from Ankit Malik. And a penalty corner is awarded to India, playing the ball away after the whistle. So South Africa will get a third penalty corner. Rath did really well because it was a poor trap and the ball ran away from him. And then South Africa managed to get the shot away. But good work by Ankit Malik in the goal. Man who hails from Jind but lives in Chandigarh in the Punjab. So same setup as before. Hans Nietling at the first battery. Neil Rath at the second. Slight shift to the right. In fact, the players getting in each other's way now. Nietling, it'll go to Rath. Rath takes a touch. Was that another foot? I think he hit his own. Well, I thought it hit the Indian player. I thought it hit Cyril Lagun. But it's been given that it actually hit the foot of Kalin Hani. So South Africa maybe a little bit unlucky there. Carried out now by Ankit Pal. Ankit going infield, plays the ball back to Rohit. And the scoreboard, we've just lost that now. So obviously a few technical problems. India will recover and get that ball on the attack. But it was just lifted off the Indian stick. So just a few technical issues here. And we're still waiting for the floodlights to come on. I'm stunned that they're not on at the moment because it's very dark down on the pitch. And I just wonder whether someone's forgotten to turn them on. South Africa may say it's load shedding. I don't think they have that though here in Malaysia. South Africa looking to create something again. Ngubane will get the ball from the side. And that's a poor pass as it just bobbles over the stick and out of play. There's only, by my estimation, about a minute and a half left, maybe less. Certainly India taking their time. Comes across to Rohit, heavy touch from him. Back with Rohit again. And this will be quite a test for India. These two teams not having met particularly often. Good pass forward, finds Amandeep. Amandeep along the baseline, Amandeep. And this time it is going to be a free out to South Africa. Diakala looking to step off his line again as the attack got closer. Always a risk if you don't cover that near post though. Calvin Davis helped it forward. Schoeman in turn managing to find LaForester. Squared it looking for Schoeman again, but ball just ran away. Good work being done though by Puvana. Puvana under pressure from Schoeman. And the free hit goes the way of the Indian player. So certainly India, I think, are being given a bit of a test at the moment in this first quarter. Comes wide to Cyril Lagun. Did that hit his foot? I thought it did. The umpire says it did too. Push forward now. Cameron LaForester slipping as he goes forward. Managed to stay on his feet. Did well. And I'm not quite sure what he's been penalised for there. He certainly had possession of the ball in that it was on his stick. He did fall into the Indian player. Maybe that was the problem. India again looking to turn. Bobby on the ball for them. Good block coming in. Lost it momentarily was Nathan Ansell. India still have possession though. And that time it's gone against Simons. So it'll be another free hit to India, wide on the left-hand side. And there's just a little bit of argy-bargy inside the circle, just being stopped by the umpire down on the goal side. Umpire Ahmed Berhomiden. Thrown to the air, should be a South African ball, but it's been missed, and across the circle it goes. Turned by Bobby. Bobby flicks. Diakala, good save. Oh, that was a bad mistake at the back from Nathan Ansell, but he's lucky. His goalkeeper's saved him. And South Africa pick up the ball again and look to carry it out of their 23. Simons collects now. Has a good run ahead of him coming from Mbata. Mbata lays it back to Simons, but it will be Ngubane who throws it into the air. Well, again, that's where I find the rule a bit strange. The South African player was under the ball there. The Indian player then stepped into that space, but the Indian player ended up with the free hit. And there goes the hooter for the end of the first quarter. Well, it's been a lively one. South Africa opening the scoring, but then two penalty corners converted by Sharda have given India the lead. And we go into the first break. It is India 2, South Africa 1. Welcome back to the Tamandaya Hockey Stadium, where India have changed their goalkeeper at this first break. Mohit now under the bar for them, the man from Karnataka. South Africa have not changed theirs. South Africa trailing by 1-2 against India at the moment. And what was a very lively first quarter, and I'm pleased to say that the floodlights have finally come on. And the players can actually hopefully see the ball a little bit better, because certainly it was hard in that first quarter. So South Africa will no doubt try and continue to do what they've been doing. Sharda, the man with 2. He has 3 now in the tournament, which makes him the tournament's top goal scorer. Takes over from Rory Penrose of Great Britain. Sharda throws it long and high. Oh, a wonderful collection in the air. And the ball to the baseline, into the circle, laid across the circle. South Africa got it, but they need to hurry up because good work being done by Rajinder. Breitenbach keeps possession, goes to the air, has to go inside, almost lost it between his legs, and then Rajinder just catching his stick. Good work by Ross Breitenbach. Breitenbach, who played at the 2018 Indoor World Cup. Schoeman penalised, and Rajinder looks to get on with things quickly. Feeds it forward to Hundal, but Rajinder being told to take it back. Certainly wasn't there, but the umpire was happy. Amandeep Lakra plays it wide to Rohit. Sharda helps it down into the corner. Bobby Singh Dami wins the free hit, just a stick check there. Needs to be taken back out by Amandeep. Amandeep self-passes. 3 South African players ahead of him. Manages to find Rajinder, and it's a lovely turn from him. Wins a free hit just outside the circle. Rajinder goes back again to Amandeep Lakra, who fires it straight through the middle, and a deflection inside the circle from Uttam makes it 3-1 to India. Well, it was a direct approach. Uttam, though, with a lovely touch, giving Dayakala very little opportunity to get a touch on the end of it. And so just 2 minutes into the second quarter, India have a third, and their lead suddenly stretches to 2 goals. Uttam Singh, it's a lovely story. His dad, Krishnakant, desperately wanted to play hockey at the highest level, but he was the eldest son and had to be the breadwinner for his family, so had to put his dreams on hold. And now his son is fulfilling those dreams of his father. And Uttam Singh was saying that he dedicates every game to his father, who would have loved to have had the opportunities that he is currently having. Has, of course, played for the senior team, Uttam Singh. Breaking forward now is the captain. Rajinder helps it forward, but I think there was just a touch off the stick of Nathan Ansell. Maybe not. Neil Rath. And again, one of the things that the coaches of South Africa were saying is the pace that the game is played at against these top sides in the under-21 competition is something very new to South Africa, but it's something the players are needing to learn and manage to adjust to. Also, difference in physicality to what they may have been used to. And that's why it's so important that South Africa and African hockey get exposed to these competitions. Kenya, of course, was such a strong nation years ago. Not so much today. Bobby Singh cuts back in. Bobby Singh across the face of goal. It should be a chance there. Shot on the turn. Good save. Dayakala stops Hundal, making it 4. Hundal, though, seemed to have so much time and space. And that's where South Africa just need to close down a little bit quicker if they can. Amandeep Lakra happy to go all the way back to the defensive line. Comes wide to Cyril Lagun. 2 players from Odisha combining. Good work again by Johnson Purty. And a nice turn from Vishnukant, but he just caught the stick and fell to the ground, and umpire just having a word with one of the South African players. Cyril again to Amandeep Lakra. Oh dear, slipped there, and South Africa can play on quickly. Shardar, tall man, slipped and had a long way to fall. Chance comes back now to Schoeman, and that was deflected just outside the circle. Card being given, I think it's against Shardar for a push. Couldn't see if it was a yellow card or green. I think it was just green. India, though, come up with the ball. Bobby Singh Dami can't keep that one under control. It was a tricky pass from Sudeep Chermako. Carter. Heavy touch that time, but chance to recover. Cody Schoeman. Nice turn from Hani. Hani driving towards the circle. Just a touch coming off the stick of Puvana. But it will be South Africa's ball just inside the 23. Schoeman gets it now. Feeds it forward. Comes back to Schoeman again. And a nice turn by LaForester. Spins, tries to get it across the face of goal. Good save initially coming in from Mohit. Mtalani getting involved down in the corner. Carter looks to drill that one through. Umtulani comes across, and the tackle from behind was a bit of a clumsy one, according to the umpire. Aya Umtulani from Pietermaritzburg. Umtulani, his father, has run the Comrades Run 7 times. That is an ultra marathon, the oldest one in the world. From Durban to Pietermaritzburg, 89 kilometres, and his dad's done it 7 times. Respect. So India go to the air again. Amandeep, South African player, stayed away. As Breitenbach again just stayed out of the area. Ankit Pal goes back to Rohit. Cyril Lagun was wide, but instead he decides to go out to the left. Now an angle pass will pick out Ankit Pal. Good pass into the circle, but Carter was there. He's not cleared it. That was just too ambitious, trying to go with the reverse stick, and he coughed up possession to Puvana. South Africa, though, have battled and got the ball back. Good defence from them. Still driving forward, being forced laterally now on an angle, but good work from Kailin Hani. And I think one of the Indian players, picking up a green card. Looks to me like it's Amandeep Lakra. Kailin Hani, who plays for Wits. Damien Knott gave it back out. And again, South Africa holding their own at the moment. They may be losing, but it's all about moments for them and just improving on their performances. Hani again, forced to go backwards, gets the pass away. Tried to fire it through, is not. Took a deflection though, off the South African stick. Rajinder pushes it forward. Good little pass again to Hundal. Hundal in turn managing to feed it to Vishnukant. Into the circle it goes, and a really good opportunity. Unfortunately for India, missed there by Puvana. Puvana was found just in front of goal, but he just didn't get the touch that he would have liked. So India missed the opportunity to stretch their lead. Ansel feeds it forward, cutting infield, Josh Davies. Running forward now is Carter. He will receive the pass. Carter looking to get around the back. Has he won a free hit? Found the foot just outside the circle. South Africa need to get it into the D if they can. Well, apologies that we lost the live stream. The internet has gone down, and hopefully we can bring you the rest of the action. Still 3-1 here in favour of India at the moment. We've got just over 2 minutes left in the first half. South Africa really taking it to India at the moment. Good pass infield to Neitling. Over the side it goes. Oh no, he kept it in play well. Into the circle, but just lifted dangerously. So India looking to play out from the back now. I'm sure they would love another goal before the half-time break. Ankit Pal closed down, and the free hit goes the way of India. South Africa not happy. Ankit Pal again shielding the ball that time as the challenge came in from Neitling. So we're into the final minute of the first half. Good pass forward from Davis, sliding in, trying to turn inside the circle. Penalty corner. That was won brilliantly in the end by Mutalane. So, fourth penalty corner for South Africa. And can they get another goal now, just before the half-time break? That would be the perfect time to score. Ngubane makes his way to the baseline. Rath again waits alongside him. Calvin Davis. South Africa could really do with this going according to plan. They go to Davis. Davis flicks low. Good save that time coming from Mohit. And the ball just left behind in the end that time by Johnson. India play it wide again. Ankit Pal. That was good work being done that time by Carter. Carter plays on, goes infield. Ankit Pal just literally ran across his path and blocked it. Not long left, and that was played forward quickly, but India collect, and they're scrambling a little bit at the back, but still have plenty of control over the ball. Uttam, and pushes it wide, and that is the end of the first half. It's been lively. 2 goals to Sharda, 1 to their captain Uttam. After South Africa took the lead through Marvin Simons, means that going in at half-time, it is India 3, South Africa 1. Well, the Indian players coming out for the second half. And once again, our apologies that the internet crashed on us here. And so I believe we've lost the link, but this will be obviously shared with you at a later date. And unfortunately, these are the wonders of modern technology, and you just have to cope with them as you can. So South Africa have really taken this game to India and made it really an interesting game. India, I'm sure, will be looking to lift a gear in the second half and try and really stamp their authority on the match. I can tell you that South Africa have changed their goalkeeper. Rhys Govinda has taken the responsibility under the bar for them. Attended the King Edward VII School in Johannesburg and has actually gone back to coach them, as I mentioned, I think, yesterday. He's come through the South African under-17s and under-18s and has really had to work hard to get where he is and have these opportunities like so many of these players. So now he's got a chance to try and keep his team in this match. So India will be looking to try and find a few goals, I'm sure. South Africa, can they keep them at bay? Cameron LaForester will get the second half underway. Just waiting again for the whistle. There it goes. LaForester plays it back. Davis comes wide to Ngubane. Loses out though. Good work from Vishnukant. Over the side it goes though. Amir Ali from the side. Infield he goes. Good touch. Lovely turn as well. Peeling away by Ngubane. Feeds it to Simons. Simons. And a long corner won by him. Again, it's been a bit frustrating. The ball boys not throwing the ball to where the long corners need to be. We saw it in the game earlier as well, and the players just getting a little bit frustrated. They want to get on with things quickly, and the ball's literally just being dropped by the side. Davis pings that one forward, and that was really asking a great deal. Neethling tried to get the touch and direct it infield as he was running and play an upright reverse stick if he could. Again, it's Neethling who couldn't get the tackle. This time Rajinder. Good defence stepping across by Carter. Ngubane looks to cut infield away from Vishnukant. Vishnukant just got a touch, but it'll be a free hit to Ngubane. Needs to go back a little bit further. Neethling to Ngubane. Ngubane, again, it's just a touch from Vishnukant. Concedes the long corner. I think Ngubane saying, was there any attempt for him to play the ball over the sideline? Because it looked like two jab tackles that deliberately played the ball over the baseline. So should it have been a penalty corner? Ball will break for Uttam. Rajinder, well, he was waiting to let that one run. Good defence stepping forward by Josh Davies. Davies will get the ball again. Plays it on the angle, but that's cut out easily in the end by Rohit. India help it forward. Davies determined as ever, gets it back for South Africa. Now it's Davis. Davies needs to watch out. He's got Bobby behind him. It will break for Simons. Simons, a nice turn from him. Into the circle he goes, lays it back to Neethling, finds a foot. Penalty corner. Fifth penalty corner for South Africa. How they desperately need to turn this into a goal. Certainly since the start of the second half, it's been all South Africa. And they've really shown a determination as their captain, Ngubane, makes his way to the baseline. Davis will stand at the first battery. Alongside him is Hans Neethling. Davis wanting a really good opportunity if he can. Ankit Malik in goal, and he goes off his pads. Took up a really good position. It was on target from Davis, but goalkeeper for India doing well. LaForester to Simons over the baseline, penalty corner. And Vishnukant penalised the third time he's done that. So, 6th penalty corner now for South Africa. India have won just 3. Difference is, though, India have converted 2 of theirs. South Africa yet to convert. Had 0 from 3 against Great Britain. At the moment, 0 from 6. So Davis and Neethling wait again. And they will be hoping that this is the one time they do get it right. Davis at the first battery, Neethling at the second. This time they go to Neethling. And it is there, it's deflected home. It was deflected home by Carter. And so it is now India 3, South Africa 2. And South Africa, well, can they cause an upset? We were saying it was unlikely, but at the moment, the way they're playing, there is a possibility. And there is a belief amongst the South African players that they can upset India. Well, these two, the last time they met was at the Junior World Cup 2015 in the pool stage. They were both in Pool D, and India were victorious by 2-1 in that match. So India know that South Africa can give them a tough game. It's one back again by them. Mutalani feeds Simons again. Simons denied by a sharp save that time by Ankit Malik. Didn't probably get the connection he would have liked off the ball as it broke into the circle. Ngubane just waited for that one. It was such a telegraph pass that the Indian players had no trouble stepping forward. And Ngubane has it now. Looks to weave past him, but it'll be a stick check and another free hit to South Africa. Good spell of pressure by them. Comes back to Davis. Ansel. I'll give it to Davis again. I know our Indian fans are disappointed they can't watch this at the moment the way it is happening, but they will hopefully be able to see it a little bit later. It's going to break kindly into the circle. And South Africa, well, they've got a free hit just outside the D, and they really wanted that ball to continue to run. That's found the foot. Brilliant play by Ngubane. So South Africa with another penalty corner. This is now their 7th. Surely they can't equalise now. Just 5 minutes gone in the second half. They are 3-2 behind. A chance to get an equaliser. There is still plenty of time left in this match. But for South Africa, this is crucial. And again, we see the players lining up top of the circle. Davis goes to the second battery. Ngubane to Davis. It's a mistrap again, top of the circle. Played in, trying to turn. It's there! They've got it! The captain has converted. Ngubane has got an equaliser for India. Well, would you believe it? India are drawing now with South Africa. A great start to the second half. It was Ryan Mann who fed it to his captain. So, India now know they are in a game. If they thought this was going to be a cakewalk, South Africa have shown them that that is definitely not the case. Well, I mentioned how Japan upset Great Britain. Surely South Africa cannot upset India. Great determination defensively, again done by Neil Rath. Comes forward again. Marvin Simons just pulls away, holds it up. Good defence coming back by Emir Ali. Simons determined to get the ball back, and he will get the free hit. At the moment, the decision's going South Africa's way. And Davis goes back to Rath. Carter scored the second. Mann feeds it forward for Carter again on the reverse stick. Pings a beautiful ball into the circle. It's come off the corner flag. So it will be a long corner to South Africa. Needs to be taken right out wide. And in fact, it's going to be a ball right down by the corner, not a corner. That's what the confusion was about. And unfortunately, a little unskilled there from Mbata. He mesmerised himself. A fantastic performance so far by South Africa, and I'm sure Guy Elliott will be really pleased with the performance he's seen from his players. And that unfortunately caught the foot of Le Forester. Thrown forward in the air. And again, Rath just coming into that space. Amir over the ball for India. Feeds it back to Amandeep. Amandeep looks to drill that one in, trying to get on the end of it. There was Angad Bir. South Africa with it through Carter. Finds it Simons. A lovely pass into the middle where Breitenbach has some space, and it's a good pass from him. Still inside the circle for South Africa. And they've been penalised. India get on with it quickly. Thrown forward. And obstruction there. Good work by Calvin Davis. Breitenbach again. Goes back to Davis. Halfway through the third quarter. Nirath. Ngubani beats one. Ngubani, a little bit of space now, looks up. Tries to go round the back, over the side it goes, off the stick of Puvana. So long corner. Nathan Ansell plays it back to Rath. Rath again. Puts plenty on that, and it's deflected over the crossbar by the Indians, and so it will be a long corner again from right in front of the goal. Breitenbach, self passes, little jink of the hips, but it's stolen back. Good tackle coming in from Ankit Pal. India have numbers swarming forward now. Ball with Chimarko. Chimarko feeding it forward into the path of Ankit Pal. Into the circle he goes. Good defence by South Africa. Got their feet out of the way. And it is going to be a free hit to South Africa. So really great performance at the moment by the men from Africa. Man just letting that one run. It's gone over the side. It'll be India's ball. Ryan Mann trying to play on with it. Ryan Mann, who plays for Southern Gauteng. Amir Ali. Amir accelerates. He's chased all the way, though, by Talani. It was giving the chase, and India. That's a good pass into the circle. Uttam on the reverse, and over the crossbar it goes. Good tight marking. Didn't give Uttam a lot of space in which to get his shot away. Man again. Squares the ball. Pressure being applied, but good work being done by Josh Davies, although pushed over the sideline now. Sees possession back with India. Rajinder. Rohit comes wide. Amir. Good skills by him. And that's collected well inside the circle. Cross the face of goal. Shot on the turn. Well, that was sharp that time from Hundal. just wide of the goal. But a real opportunist effort by Hundal. The man from Amritsar. LaForester. Ngubani plays it forward again. Chance to get inside the circle for Hani. It's gone out of play. So it will be a long corner for South Africa again. Just under 4 minutes. Ngubani just held that pass well into the circle. And unfortunately, Carter took a tumble. I think he was looking for the obstruction, which wasn't given. India throw it straight down the guts. Jumping to bring that one down was Chamako. South Africa get on the loose ball quickly. A lovely turn from Neertling. Tumble again. There's an advantage now for Hani. Hani gets the chance to go past Shada. He left the ball behind but didn't get the pass away. Rajinder now. Well, just a really important touch for India. Vishnukant plays on quickly. Comes wide now to Rajinder. Rajinder has a little bit of space. Looks to accelerate. Just caught the foot. Rajinder saying that was deliberate from Cameron LaForester. LaForester will have it now. Gets past one defender. Scored a wonderful goal yesterday. Cut infield, found the foot of Amandeep Lakra. Ngubani finds the foot of Vishnukant. And Vishnukant is going to get a card, a green card. So Ngubani has given Vishnukant a really hard day today. Carter goes back to Neil Rath. So I've got 2 minutes left in this third quarter. I don't advise you to go anywhere because I think the final quarter is really going to be something truly special. India look to play on with things quickly. Another free hit to India just outside the circle. It was just thrown into the air. It was a clumsy ball forward, but they've got the free hit again. It will be South Africa's ball as we approach the final minute now of this third quarter. Good defence by Sharda. Sharda, though, being put under pressure. Tries to go up the line. Good work by Neertling. Has to go back in the end to Rohit. Rohit comes square to Amandeep Lakra. Back to Rohit. South Africa again. Keeping their shape well. Placed on the side, and we're into the final minute now of this third quarter. Lovely steal. India coming forward. Can they reclaim the lead right at the death of this first? Oh, yes, they can. And that is an outstanding finish. Well, real pace shown there. And then a wonderful finish on the run. And all that hard work from South Africa now. They're going to have to do it again in the final quarter. But that was a beautiful finish and a wonderful run. Chamako, Sudeep Chamako, restoring the lead for for India. Well, South Africa, you can guarantee, are going to keep coming. Ngubani denied as he was trying to get inside the circle. Comes back to Sudeep Chamako. Breaking forward now is Puvana. Puvana into the circle. Puvana, it's hit the post. It's come back for South Africa, so maybe they've still got a chance. 2 down. They would have had a hard task. And what a quarter we've just witnessed. South Africa coming back and India stealing the lead right at the end. Well, 2 goals from penalty corners for South Africa in the end, and then Chamako stealing the lead back for India. Means that we go into the final break. It is India 4, South Africa 3. Well, the players are out for the final quarter, and this should be an absolute humdinger. South Africa got back at 3-3, and then somehow India stole the league again. Davis throws it forward, and running across was Puvana, so it'll be a free hit to South Africa. And Gobani down the line, and just a little bit too much work to be done there. So it'll just be interesting to see how India react. They're taking their time, certainly, with this free hit. Or did it go over the side? I think it was over the side. Thrown long. And unfortunately for South Africa, couldn't keep that in play. And the ball boy just ran right ahead of Amir Ali. And a reverse stick shot. Good save by the keeper. Play on is the call as South Africa carried that out through Ansel. Sharp save from Govinda. Wasn't much he could have done about the goal, I don't think, but he's made a good save there. And that was not so good by South Africa. Man, giving the ball back to Rajinder. Vishnukant now pushes it wide onto the right-hand side. Good defence that time. Superb coming out from Calvin Davis. Loses out now to Rajinder. South Africa, though, get the ball back. Just need to keep doing what they've been doing. Carter dribbles it out of the circle. Look at the pressure, but Carter, good run from him into space. Plays it ahead, and that's going to fall to nobody. We're 16 to India. Amandeep Lakra to Sharda. Sharda closed down by Simons. Comes across to Amir now. And Gobani looks to close down. Vishnukant pulls away. Did very well to pull away from Mtalane. That's a good pass now. LaForester put under pressure by Vishnukant. LaForester going round the side and feeling that Vishnukant impeded him and maybe should have got a card. Carter. Infield it goes again to Damien Knott. Back to Carter. Davis to Neil Rath. Rath now into the circle it goes. At the back post. Desperation save. And it's a penalty corner. Well, Mohit concedes the penalty corner. And it will be the 8th penalty corner for South Africa. And this may well be the chance where they are able to pull level. And Gabani makes his way to the baseline. Rath is at the first battery. Calvin Davis is at the second. South Africa looking for another equaliser. And it's gone all the way through to Marvin Simons. Slips it and into the foot again. They've won a penalty corner. South Africa looking much more composed today. Just working the ball well, not trying to force things. Good play from Simons into the circle. I think it was Mann who won the penalty corner. No, it wasn't Mann. He's not out there, so. Ngubane makes his way down there, and we reset again. 9th penalty corner for South Africa. Need a good trap this time. Rath at the first battery, Davis at the second. Slight shift to the right for Davis's battery. It goes to Rath. It's not a good trap again, but deflected there. Oh, my word, they've got it. A really well-worked penalty corner routine, and I think it was LaForester who's managed to get the equaliser. So South Africa have again managed to pull it out of the fire, and India have it all to do again to take the lead once more. Well, what spirit shown by this team. Cameron LaForester with his second goal of the tournament in my estimations. I'm sure it was him who got the final touch. Ngubane. Oh, lovely skills. Got the better of Amir Ali. Here comes LaForester again. Slipping, unfortunately. Got the ball once more, and it will go over the baseline for a long corner. We've still got 11 and a half minutes left in this match. What a shame we had a power cut or loss of power during this match. That's why we lost the live stream. Our apologies for that, but beyond our control, I'm afraid. India, well, this is going to be a test of their resolve. And I'm sure if Great Britain are watching, they're loving this. The Australians just turned up just now and saw them walking round the back of the stadium. That's going to break kindly this time for Hundal. Hundal lays it back into the circle. Brilliant tackle again. Oh, penalty corner given. Thought it was a clean tackle. High fives all around for India. This is just their 4th penalty corner of the match. And let's not forget, they converted 2 of the 3 before this one. Shardar, the man coming on, just about to join the pack in your shot with the instructions. He has 2 of those goals. In fact, both of them. Has 3 for the tournament, and I'm sure that he will be the preferred option. India looking to take the lead once more. Having been pegged back by South Africa. So Hundal lines up at the first battery. Shardar alongside him. Hundal moves away, slips to Hundal. Good block by Davis. And it's a good clearance for South Africa. They look to play it forward. It's going to break kindly. Now the ball comes to Hani. Hani looking to take on Johnson. Hani being forced to the corner. Still has the ball for South Africa. Maybe needed to just keep it then. I know he wanted to get it in the circle. And breaking forward once more now are India with Angad. Stolen away. Another really good tackle by South Africa. And it's going to be a 16 as we enter the final 10 minutes of this match. What a day of action we've had on day 2 of this, the 10th Sultan of Johor Cup. Rath. It's thrown long, and that's just too long. Just bounces, unfortunately, over the head of the run from Le Forester. Pushed forward, good chance now for Puvana to carry through the midfield. Came up off the stick of Breitenbach. So free hit to India. Just feel that India may well just have what they need in their reserves to get them across the line, but boy, they're going to know they've been in a battle. Sharda just took his eye off the ball there, mistrapped. That will be collected by Man. Again, the coaching staff not happy with that ball, just played aimlessly forward. I think they want them to keep playing the way they've been playing. Ball will come back for India to Amandeep Lakra. Good turn in the midfield from Ankit Pal and a good pass out onto the right-hand side to Sharda. Defence again is good coming across. That time was, well, as the ball's thrown in the air and it's missed on this side, it will be South Africa's ball. It was Davies who came across and played that one out. Carter leaves it for Rath. Rath down the side. And Kabani can't keep it in play, so Amir Ali will have it for India. He helps it forward to Rajinder. Rajinder just took his eye off that. Caught his foot. We're halfway through this final quarter. And a little bit too narrow down the line from South Africa. India just sticking pretty much to the same tempo. Watched well by Rath, but he played a little bit too far ahead of himself. Rajinder collects for India. Rajinder tries to feed it into the circle. Good touch, though, defensively from Neil Rath. Will be a long corner for India. Amir Ali goes back this time to Amandeep Lakra. Sharda pushes it wide. It took a touch off the South African stick. And South Africa still possession, one back again by India. India get a free hit. Want to get on with things quickly. Look to drill that into the circle. They'll win another free hit. And Josh Davis has gone down. That looked to be quite a blow. It looks like it caught him on the inside of the thigh. And that is a very painful place to get hit. Just watch there, India just moving the ball forward about a metre while the umpire was talking to the injured player. They've still got to carry it 5 metres before they can play it in. So I'm not sure there was much gained. Good steal again by South Africa in defence. So they've given away another free hit. This is good spell of pressure by India. Vishnukant tries to play it forward again. He will take the free hit quickly. India again look to play it into the circle. Good defence once more by South Africa. Ricochets up, breaks kindly that time for Amandeep. Amandeep feeds it forward to Uttam. Uttam weaves his way into the circle. And there was an obstruction, though, by one of his teammates. So South Africa can breathe a sigh of relief again. Here is a warning for all the other teams that thought South Africa were going to be the easy beats in the tournament. No chance of that. And in fact, there rarely are in these tournaments. One back by Uttam. Uttam feeds it to Rajinder. Rajinder tried to get it in. Good touch from Calvin Davis. Rajinder again across the face of goal. It's going to break. Good save once more by Govinda. And Govinda just was out there. Pads in a really strong position. And he kept the save down as well. Rath now, as we enter the final 5 minutes. Can either side find a winner? Neertling penalised. India look to get on with it. There's a little bit more urgency about the men in blue. Amandeep pushes it wide for Sharda. Josh Davies thought about closing him down. Comes back to Amandeep. Now it's Vishnukant. And he throws it on the overlapping run of Sharda, but too far ahead for the big man in defence. And South Africa, well, looking like they're quite happy with the draw. Calvin Davis, no hurry to get on. Let them eat up several seconds there. Playing it through the guts. And that should be South Africa ball on halfway, and it is. They play on quickly. Can they find a winner? Deflected over the sideline that time, off the stick of Amandeep Lakra. Nice little shimmy coming that time from Neertling, but he loses possession. India will look to launch the ball forward once more. Bobby in a surging run in a foot race with Ansell. Bobby kept it in play momentarily, but eventually it just dribbled over the baseline. So 16 to South Africa. Comes wide to Rath. Simons with a really good touch and nice turn from LaForester. Simons is ahead of him. Comes to Simons. Simons lays it back. It's gone in! LaForester gets a second in the match and he gets South Africa's fifth. And they have taken the lead with 3.5 minutes left. What a finish by Cameron LaForester, combining so well with Simons. Well, you just wonder now whether India have got a response. Truly an amazing match, and I take my hat off to South Africa. What a performance, what a turnaround. And you can see tonight the potential this team has if someone could just invest in them and let them have camps together, to train together. The more they play together, the better they will be. And over the side, desperation now. They've got to cling on for 3 minutes. Ball gets past Davies, trying to lean into the tall figure of Calvin Davis. Lifted into the penalty corner area, and it's a penalty corner given. And I think South Africa feel that there was danger when that ball was played in, but no complaints. And India have their fifth penalty corner and a chance to equalise. Well, this is going to be the moment maybe where Rhys Govinda steps up. He's encouraging all his players as they put their protective gear on. Can he really keep this one out? Sharda has gone to the first battery for India. Just trying to see who's at the second. I think it might be Hundal. Comes to Sharda. And it's a great save, Govinda. Double save as he got his pads to that. And South Africa have managed to clear it. And that could be the save that wins the game for South Africa. Govinda with an outstanding double save. LaForester now plays it forward. It's going to get all the way through. Oh, that has to be. Oh, my word. Well, the crowd don't like it. They feel that that was a body check from Amandeep Lakra, and I have to agree. I thought Simons was waiting to receive, and he just got bumped off the ball. Well, you'll have to watch that one back. And hits the foot that time, so Vishnukant has another free hit for India. Into the circle it goes. Solid defence once more. And Gabani looking for a foot. Over the side it will go off the Indian stick. Vishnukant complaining, wanting the free hit for India. 2 minutes left in this match. What a victory. What an upset it'll be if South Africa can hold on. Can't keep that one in play. Well, I can see some of the players from one of the other teams over on our right-hand side watching this, and they are cheering every time South Africa does something. But there's danger here. India on the ball again. Drilled into the circle, but it didn't make it. It was a great stop again just outside the D, thrown long. Keeper comes out, just plays it forward to Rohit. Now coming in to close down is Simons as Amandeep Lakra plays it out wide. India staying calm as the ball's with Ankit Pal. Comes back to Amandeep Lakra. Sharda now. Flick of the wrist, throws it wide. Vishnukant can't bring it down. We enter the final minute with a 16 to South Africa. There's a ball already on the pitch. Ngubani was calling for the ball, and he's asleep. Well, he was nearly asleep when the ball came to him. Lost possession that time to Vishnukant. Played square, deflected into the circle, and it was lifted up into the South African player who took it in the ribs, just steps down and kills a little bit of time. 40 seconds, the clock has stopped. Well, this will be a memorable victory for the men in green from South Africa. For so long, people have been saying that this country has talent, but they've been starved of international competition due to a lack of funds. This is proof that they can match it with the big boys. That came off the foot of Amir Ali, so it'll be South Africa ball. Ngubani again looking for the ball. He's just going to leave it now to Ansel. Ansel just needs to keep possession. There's 20 seconds left for South Africa. Ngubani lets it go over the side. He's not too worried. India want to get on with things quickly. They'll look to throw it long. Amir Ali goes wide. There's 7 seconds left. Sharda does throw it long. They need to keep it out of the circle. Brought down brilliantly. Great work by Breitenbach, and South Africa have caused the upset of the tournament. What a performance. They took the lead in the 7th minute. Then they went down 3-1 through goals from Sharda 2, Uttam 1 for India. And then in the second half, they fought their way back. A penalty corner converted by Kada. Then Ngubani scored one. Then Chamako restored the lead for India. LaForester got an equaliser. And then it was Cameron LaForester who got the winner for South Africa. The final score here, India 4, South Africa 5.